Hi guys, it's Claire, welcome back to my channel. I've got another little tiny mini album to share with you today. You know I love making these albums, I just can't resist at the moment. This one is the smallest one I've actually done. This is a little 3x3 mini album. Very similar to the 6x6 one that I done. I think that was with Stamperia paper. There's a video up on my channel, I'll link it down below. That gives you a slightly more in-depth explanation of how we make these pages. But these are basically exactly the same pages, smaller version, and a few tweaks to it just to make it easier to make as it was smaller. So first of all, I'll show you through my little album, and then I'll show you little instructions that I've got off at the side here as to what you need to make it yourself. So yeah, this is my little tiny album, little mini magnet closure on the front, which I haven't done before, but it was really sweet. I picked up these magnets. Just grab them here. So it's just a sheet of circle magnets. As you can see, I've only used 2 for this. I'll link these down below. I just bought them on Amazon. They're quite cheap. Yeah, and worked really well. So I've got one exposed here and one hidden in a sandwich of little paper here. If I'd have thought about it beforehand, I would have hidden this one inside as well, but I didn't think about it until after, so it is what it is. But I quite like that little flap being there. As we open it up, we've got 12 pages here. And the reason I done 12 pages was because I used a little Echo Park 6x6 paper pad to do this, to make this. It's called Baby Girl. We sell it in the shop. I've actually got the baby boy version here, which I'll give you a flip through in a second. But in there, they've got these little squares on one of the cut apart papers that gives you all the months. So 1 month old, 2 months old, 3 months old, etc. If you don't know already, I'm not sure if I've said it on YouTube actually, Alan and I are going to be grandparents, which is super exciting. Shani is pregnant, the baby's due in October, and this is my first of the baby makes. We don't actually know if the baby's going to be a boy or a girl yet. I've made this in the girl pad, but as I say, I have the boy pad. If I need to make the boy one, I will. I just started on the girl one just to get going. But yeah, so all these bits, basically, the whole pad is made out of that, the whole book is made out of that paper pad, with the addition of little white frames that I put in. I've got the little Lawn Fawn Say Cheese dies, which give you a little miniature Polaroid picture, which obviously the baby's photo will be in. All other little bits and pieces like the 1 month and the sentiments and things, and little quotes, are from the same pad. Extra hearts and odd stickers I got just from my odd box. So I've got a whole box of odd bits and pieces that I just stuck in there to make it look pretty, just obviously finding the colours that matched. So I'll give you a flip through. So this is 1 month, 2 months, little die cut baby there. 3 months, we've got a little pocket here. Obviously we'll be putting photos here and slipping photos inside. On the edges of all the pages, or 6 of the pages, you've actually got pull out pockets as well. So I just done little pockets. This was just from odd things that I had, some notes paper, little tabs on the end. So they all go in. So we've got 4 months, again little cut aparts from the 6x6 pad, Polaroid frame, extra one if we want to put more photos in there. 5 months, 6 months, 7. This is a quick cute little one, green big little lady, I like that. And then 8, again with a pocket this side. Oops. 9, 10, 11 and 12. So quite simple. So each page, if you look at it from the top here, each page goes, the way we make this, it's inside pocket with outside pockets, inside pocket again, inside pocket with outside pockets, inside pocket, and then inside pocket with outside pockets. And by outside pockets I mean these ones on the pages here that you can tuck things into. These inside ones don't have the pockets on outside, but they do have the inside slip bit. So that's our little album. The 6 of these little pull-out pages were tabs, and we have the wraparound that goes on the side. So I think that's enough showing you it. As I say, I use the Echo Park 6x6 paper pad, obviously the girl version. Lots and lots of patterned papers in here. These are all the sort of cut apart pieces that I use throughout the whole book. These are gorgeous, the little jungle animals. This is the page that I was referring to that has all the monthly things on there, so obviously I got that from there. And there's one more I think that has cut it, yeah, that one there. And this is all doubled as well, so you get all that again throughout the whole book. But yeah, so if I need to, I'll make it out of boy, but I'm secretly hoping that my girl one's going to be what we need. Okay, so to make the book, I've done my little pile of measurements and instructions here. So you're going to start with your 6" by 6" pages. So obviously I've cut this from white cardstock. You'll be cutting everything from your paper from here. So make sure at this stage you don't cut into those ones that you want, like this. You only want to use the plain patterned papers, not the cut apart sheets, but just the ones that have got normal pattern on. It doesn't matter what order you do your pattern in, because you're going to make 6 of these pages and they're all going to be mixed patterns. So as long as you've got a good selection of colours throughout the book, that's fine. So they're 6" by 6", obviously, because you've taken them out of the book. You're going to score them at 3" and 3", and then cut up this bottom one. So this one here is cut from the 3" mark up to the middle. This is what gives you your page. As I say, there's a better description when we done the 6" album, which I'll link that video down below so you can see exactly how we made the pages. But if you've done that, or if you came to workshops, you know how to do that. This is just a mini version. So when you've got this gives you your pages. The way you fold these is fold over, flap, flap. And if you've seen the video before, you'll see that I talk of it as like a tent in the middle with flaps on the outside. This is the basis of all your pages. So you're going to make 6 of these. So as I've done before when I've done these videos, this is step 1, it's the pages, and you're going to make 6 of them. When you've got 6 of those, the next things that you're going to need is step 2, the inside bottom pocket. This is 3" by 2", scored at 1 inch, so in half. You then fold that in half and just round off the corners. So this obviously would have been rectangle folded in half, but you round those corners off a little bit. Okay, and you're going to need 3 of those. Similarly, these are ones that go at the bottom, but these are the ones that give you the outside pockets as well. So they're outside bottom pockets, it's step 3, we need 3 of them. These start at 4" by 2". They're then scored at 1/2 inch in from the side, 1/2 inch in from this side. You then fold it at that score and then round off your corners just off of the flaps again. So these little flaps will turn in easier because you've rounded off the corners. So if we go back to the page, so we know that this is our page, this is how our page works. This is what I mean by the inside bottom pockets. These, whoops, fold in half and they go inside the middle to the bottom part of your tent, and they're making a pocket here. But these flaps are just stuck on the inside, no outside pocket. So you'll do that to 3 of your pages. And then the other 3 will have these ones, and these go on the outside of those pages. So they hold the page together, they give you the slippy bit here, but they also give you pockets either side. Of course, these are pages as well, but this gives you an inside pocket and little pockets both sides. So you'll do that to 3 as well. So when you've got 3 of those done and 3 of the ones like that done, you then stick all those back to back, which is different than how we done it in the 6 by 6 album. We made a more complicated spine that slotted in the back before. This time I didn't do that. All I done was literally stuck this page to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So I put all 6 of my pages just stuck together, and I alternated them between pockets and inside pocket, outside pocket, inside pocket. Sounds more complicated than it is. When you've got all these in your hand, it will make complete sense. You've just got to remember that your bottom bit, your pockets are always at the bottom, your original fold is at the top, and you've got your outside flaps around your tent. So as I say, you'll have 6 of these, stick, 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 all the way along till you've got 6 of them stuck together. Okay, when you've got your 6 pages stuck together, the next 2 things that you need are a front cover and a back cover. So this is step 4, the back cover, step 5, the front cover. You only need 1 of each, and they're 3 inches square, both of them, simple. So imagine we've now got 6 of these stuck together. This is the front cover, this is the back cover. So obviously yours will be thicker now, it'll be about here, it'll be about the thickness of the book. So if I show you on my actual book, it's this bit here and this bit here. Okay, now the next bit, well, before you stick that cover onto the outside edge of your book, I've actually put a tiny little bit of cardboard in between those 2 pieces. So in between the front of my first page and my inside of my front cover, I've slipped a thin bit of cardboard in there. It's extremely thin. It's literally, well, it's actually more thick cardstock rather than cardboard, but it just gives a little bit more weight to this front cover, and I've done the same at the back, so you get a little bit more weight there. But you've got your two covers. Next thing you need is your spine. Let's have a clear up of this. So the spine, that's this piece here. So this measures 3 inches tall, because we know the book is 3 inches tall, and it's 2 1/4 in length. It's scored at half and then scored at 1 3/4. So essentially it gives you a little spine piece like so, which again, if I grab the book, is your piece that wraps around the back here. Now I worked it out on mine with 6 of those pages. It ended up being 1 1/4, hence why I need this middle bit to be 1 1/4, and then I left 1/2 inch both sides to wrap around the front and the back. So you can now stick that on. There's no glue on the inside, so this bit here isn't stuck to the back. As you can see, there's a hole through there. It just wraps around the outside, so you've got all your pages in the middle, you've got front cover, back cover, and you've wrapped your spine around, stuck at the sides, which now holds the whole thing together. Okay, so you've got the base of your book done. Now then you can do your little wrap and magnet if you want to. You don't have to, you could have left all that out. If you are going to do it, you need a little piece for this little like arm bit here, which is 3 1/4 in length, 1 inch height, scored at 1 inch and then 2 1/4. So it gives you literally that little flap. The flap wraps around here. I stuck mine, I peeled this apart and actually stuck it in between the 2 pieces of paper here, so the back of my back cover and the back of the page, and I slotted that in and stuck it in. You don't have to do that, you can just stick it on the back or you can stick it here, but it just gives you this little arm which you wrap around. This is a little bit technical. If you don't want to do all this bit, you can obviously just make a belly band, or you could have put ribbon at the front, you know, whatever you want to do. This is only if you want to make that little wrap the same as I done. Likewise, this little bit that goes on the front is 1 1/2 inch squares. You need you need 2 of them, 1 for the front, sandwich the magnet in there and put another one on the back. So I've got 1 on the front. This little patterned piece, Sweet Baby Girl, obviously was just something that I found in the book and I cut it down to fit. So it's 1 1/2 inch by 1 1/2 inch, sandwiched in the edge of the flap, sandwiched in the magnet, and then put another piece on the back. So that hides my magnet. As I say, you could be clever, and I probably would next time hide this magnet on the inside, but I didn't worry for this one. The only other things you need are your page insert pieces. Where they gone? So as I say, we've got page inserts. This was just an odd bit of paper that I had, but you can decorate with things from the book. They are 2 3/4 inches square. You need 6 of them for 6 little pages, and if you want to do a little tiny tab on the end, I've written the measurements down here, but it really makes no difference. You can do a little bit of ribbon or any size tab. It doesn't have to be precisely this. Mine were 1 inch tall by 3 1/4 inch, just folded in half, and they give you a little tiny tab that sits on the edge of the page. So yeah, but they're very flexible. You can just make those whatever size you want. But you've got 6 of them that go throughout the whole book. And that is it. So super simple. I pull everything in like I've done before so that you can hopefully screenshot it all and get all the measurements. Let me try and get it in some sort of order. Put that little bit aside. Does that all fit in screen? Kind of. You can just about get that there. But yeah, hopefully that's good enough for you to make the album. So it was a nice way of using up 6x6 paper pads, and apart from that, all I done was add odd embellishments that I already had, and then just little frames. So yeah, super simple, and all from a 6x6 paper pad. Hope you liked it, hope you make one. If you do, please share with me so I can see what you do. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you very soon. Bye.